Now one of the most important chapters: how to correctly wipe floors, ceilings and walls in a clean room. If you enter a clean room, you should position the cleaning system trolley so that you need to move it as little as possible. Now use the mop holder to take one of the mop heads out of the upper bucket of the trolley, if possible without touching the mop head with the fingers. Soak the mop with in-use solution in the front bucket and squeeze the mop out using the mop wringer. Now you can start wiping, not randomly, but according to a very special technique exclusively developed for clean rooms. All surfaces such as floors or walls are cleaned with the so-called figures of 8 method. For this purpose, move the mop in 8-shaped loops over the floor while moving backwards. Always move towards one wipe direction only. This way you prevent dirt particles and pathogens from being left over. The correct wipe direction is highlighted by an arrow on the mop cover. Wipe slowly and hold the mop at a 45-degree angle. This way you achieve the best results and take good care of your back. How not to wipe can be seen here. Wiping gaps appear due to the inexactly performed figures of 8. Rapid wiping action can disturb the air, which causes unwanted movement of microorganisms and particles, so please take your time. Start wiping solid barriers, such as machines, and wipe around them. Continue with floor edges. Wipe in a line along the wall up to the most distant site of the room. And from there, start wiping the floor surfaces, moving backwards and in a figure of 8 shape. Here you can see the wiping principle, taking an approximately 10 square meter room as an example. Start wiping along the edges, then continue with the interior. Rooms that are larger than 10 square meters should be divided into more than one working area. Here you also start with the edges, but only wipe an approximately 10 square meter large area. Then change the mop head and wipe the rest of the room. You've just heard it. The mop head needs to be changed after approximately 10 square meters. You will also notice it by the mop becoming stiff. Of utmost importance, the used mop must under no circumstances be soaked again. The in-use solution would be contaminated. The used mop is laid in the lower container and removed from the fastener, without touching it with the hands. The new mop head is taken up from the upper bucket using the mop handle. Now you are ready for the next wipe cycle. This has probably been way too much at once. Here are the most important steps in a short summary. Soak the mop with the fresh mop head with in-use solution in the front bucket and thoroughly squeeze it out using the mop wringer. First, wipe around barriers and along the edges. Then wipe the floor in slow, regular figure of 8 shapes while moving backwards and wiping in one direction only. The wipe direction is indicated on the mop. Place the used mop head in the lower bucket in order to change the mop head, and then take a new mop head from the upper bucket. Now you are ready to continue. Wiping the ceilings and walls, which are disinfected if necessary, is very similar to wiping floors. Elongate the telescopic handle of the mop as to enable you to easily reach every site. First, wipe the edges, and then wipe the surfaces in the shape of figures of 8. The person responsible for quality or hygiene in your company will inform you how often ceilings and walls should be disinfected. Basically, the following order should be observed for the disinfection: ceilings, walls, floors.